Hi, Facebook. How are you? It's Amanda. And I in my office. I just recorded a webinar and I figured I might as well share it with you all, a little bit of what I'm sharing here. I'm going to just go ahead and share this over to my personal page real quick. How's it going? Is everyone having a fantastic start to the new year? I know I am. Where is it? Where she blows. Yeah. Good times. I'm going to share this over, and then we're going to get started. So if you're watching the replay, just fast forward. Hi, Julie. How's Bali? I'm going to give you guys some good speaking tips today. Just got to wait for it because I'm trying to share this over to my page. You figure when you do your hair and your makeup to do a webinar, you got to leverage it throughout the day. Like you have to, you know, no good hair day or hair dryer day, hair curl day can go unturned. Leave no hair and makeup day unturned. So, hey, who's watching? I'm going to share this over here. Share to page. Share this with your friends if anyone wants to hear about how to speak your way to success. Okay, let's see. Okay, so today, all right, so I'm so excited you guys are here. I want to talk to you today a little bit about scaling your business in 2018 and through the power of speaking. Now, I have used speaking in all of my years, ever since I started as a wee little health coach back in 2005, which is now 13 years ago. And let's see, no, it's not working. Let's see. So, I've got some exciting 2018 plans to share with you guys. I'm gonna, is this working? I'm trying to, maybe I'll have to do it later. How do people do that so fast? Okay, so I've been speaking now since 2005, and that's really how I started my business as a wee little health coach. So I want to tell you today about how to speak your way to success and give you some tips to scale your business, because you have a tremendous amount of power in your voice and in your story. So I'm going to go ahead and share how you want to create a seminar. You want to create a signature talk. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the components of a signature talk, and then I'm going to tell you about a seminar story. And to start, back in 2000, so when I first started speaking, I went out there and I got booked to speak all around my town. I got booked to, I was just super passionate and fired up, and I wanted to help as many people as I could. And I bet you guys are like that too. And some of you might already be speaking and maybe it's not landing. And so you want to use speaking, and you got to use it in a strategic way. So let me see here. Just give me a sec. Who's here? Say hello. Don't just be a voyeur. So, you know what? I read an article the other day that said that you want to be, in terms of selling and sharing, that you want to be sharing and commenting and sharing and liking and dialoguing about 85% of your time online, 10% generating content, and then 5% selling. So there's nothing for sale right here, but I just thought that'd be fun for you guys to hear that. So you want to just start really, if you want to speak your way to success, you want to have a really good signature talk, and you want to have a seminar story. So, and I really feel that you can scale your business by using the power of your voice, but you got to get good at it. And one of the very first things you want to do is you want to write down an intention. If you want to be a speaker this year, this is such a great week to actually write down what it is that your goals and your intentions are for speaking. Do you want to get booked to speak this year? Do you want to speak this year? What kind of stages do you want to speak on? Write an intention. I was reviewing some old journals that I had written in 2006. I came across them this weekend, and I wrote on there this strong intention that I wanted to learn how to become a powerful speaker, and that I could communicate from my heart to their hearts and really convert and create this connection with people. So one of the best tips for speaking is to write down your intention. Where do you want to speak? And where do you want to speak? I'd like, share in the comments, where do you want to speak? Do you want to speak locally, nationally, internationally, big stages, small stages, workshops, retreats? And the thing is, the universe can deliver in a really powerful way. I have an intention to do a lot of speaking, and I got through a personal message an invitation to speak at my son's school for their middle school to help young girls with self-esteem and body confidence, which I'm not a health coach at this stage, but heck, I could definitely talk about body confidence and helping young women. So just be open to all sorts of avenues. And I do think that in the beginning to speak for free is a really good idea, because it takes a while for you to develop your voice. It's a throat chakra, like to speak your truth, and you want to learn the strategies. So, and I really think that one of the pieces that is missing a lot and with people when they're speaking is they don't feel comfortable enough to share their vulnerable story about who they are. I've heard once that if people don't know who you are and where you came from and what you are, they can't hear you. It won't land. So you want to definitely share your vulnerable story of who you are or what your history is, but don't share so vulnerably that people feel like, oh my God, I feel like she just threw up on me and I was just too vulnerable. Like we've all been there where you've heard someone speak and it's a little bit uncomfortable because they were too vulnerable. So you want to share vulnerable, to share like, hey, I've been there, done there, got the t-shirt. It was really rough, but now I'm on the other side and now I'm the expert and I'm the pro, and not like you need to be like totally put together Patty and everything's perfect. I'm not saying that, but you have to own your expert status and be solid and confident in the fact that you can help your people, your tribe transform. And so when you're putting together a signature talk, you want that signature talk to be a segue or a preview or a little like a coming attraction, right? I mean, we've all seen like trailers for videos or movies, right? So you want your signature talk and your speaking to be a coming attraction of what it would be like to work with you, and you want to share vulnerably your story about where you are, where you've been, what you've learned, and how to help people. And then I'm going to just share with you some winning components of a signature talk from A to Z. So you want to and really, I'll just talk about like some benefits about speaking, because, online is awesome. Facebook live stream is awesome. YouTube video is awesome. Your email is awesome. Instagram, all these things are awesome, but there's nothing like being live and in person where you can actually learn how to speak, and convert and connect with your tribe, because that converts like up to 60%. Online conversions are anywhere between like 0 and 10%, 10% being the high. You have to do a lot of connection and value and content and posting in order to like be in my, for me, and I'm a mom and I don't want to be like, I am not a content machine that I'm going to sit here and pull out and whip out content for 45 hours a day, because that's not my gift. That's not what I love to do. I like to be in person and connect with people and have fun and laugh. I mean, I'm all about having a good time. And so versus, so what I'm saying is online, is awesome, but being live and in person is really, really where the conversion happens. Even if you have an awesome following and you got this amazing tribe online, I would definitely recommend that in 2018 that you put together some sort of a workshop, a retreat, put on your calendar that you will attend events, you'll attend workshops or retreats, so that you can really get to know people, because that's where that connection and that currency is made. So have the intention, and then let's talk about some little ways how you want to create your signature talk. Are you ready? Are you all speaking right now? Are you using speaking in your business? I mean, even like right now, here I am, I'm doing a Facebook live stream, and you can consider that speaking. It's creating value and connection, so you can definitely show up and give value to your tribe. But really, being on stage automatically positions you as the expert. It, your credibility goes to the roof. And I remember the first time that, so a little bit of my background is I started out, like I was sharing, 2005 until about 2008 when my first child was born. I was doing speaking gigs everywhere. I was doing lots of speaking gigs and getting clients. I had 24 clients within my first year of coaching. And then I moved everything online, and I learned all about the branding and the high-end packages and selling and telesummits and, teleclasses and videos and blogging and email marketing. I learned all this stuff. And then, but I still felt really unseen and unheard. Oh yeah. And, yay. Awesome, Maria. So good to hear that. But I remember feeling really invisible in line. And even like right now talking to you guys, I'm like, I'd rather be live with you because I'm like, who's even watching this? Is this even converting? Is this even helpful? Right? Like you kind of doubt yourself a little bit when you're online because it's not like real live and in person. So I remember feeling that way. And I remember, getting these speaking gigs, and I remember getting invited to speak in LA on a big stage. And I remember being on stage and this amazing, gorgeous view of the marina in Marina del Rey and the sailboats and the sky and being up on like the, highest floor of the Marriott in LA and that area. And it was so beautiful. And I was like, this is it. All these eyes on me, being in the spotlight, like being there and having so much fun and playing with the energy of the room and just being in that spotlight where most of us are born to be, right? But you're not always in that spotlight when you're online or working from home. It can be really isolating, and you're juggling motherhood and being a partner or wife or husband or whatever you are. And I got on stage, and then all of a sudden people were coming up to me afterwards, and they had been following me online, and they wanted my photos, and they wanted to connect with me, and they wanted to have my photos, and they wanted to do live streams with me, and they were so excited to finally meet me. But what was even more exciting to me was that for the months prior to that, I had this program called 6 Months to Six Figures. I know everyone hates that kind of language now, right? Everyone's always disses that, but that's what I did. Made 6 months to six figures back in 2012. And I had been working my ass off trying to sell these packages online. I was doing a free teleclass every single week, literally. And like nobody was on the free teleclass. It was me and my cell phone. I was on my landline, and my cell phone was underneath in the other room, because the line needed, if it was just me on the line, then the phone would like show that no one was there. So I had to have both phones, and I was, going for it and making these offers and doing videos and doing teleclasses and posting every other minute and writing in my newsletter and doing this. And like nobody was buying my 10K package. That's not really true. I did sell 3, which is really great, but I wanted like 20, right? And then I go and I speak on stage. I'm in front of like 100 people. And then all of a sudden I fly back to Hawaii where I was living for that summer. And I come back from the beach and I see new order for $10,000. And I got 2 10K clients in full. And I could not have done that unless I knew that know, like, and trust. And unless people feel you, see you, know you. And that's why being live is all about that currency and that connection. And that's why I love it so much, because you just feel that connection and currency, and it's intimate and fun and joyful. So, but you could definitely you could definitely blow it. You could definitely blow a talk. So Maria, I know you're talking tomorrow. You've got to really, there's some key components, which I'm happy to share with you. So one of the things is you have to nail what I call your plane is crashing solution. You have to have a specific transformation that you provide. It's like, imagine that you're on a plane and you just get word that this plane is about to crash, and you've got 20 minutes to galvanize the people, to wake the people up. And in fact, I remember having this really specific dream that I was on an airplane and the plane was about to crash. And the plane was about to crash, and I was trying to wake up the people, and I was at the back of the plane and no one was waking up. And I was so upset because I couldn't get to them. I didn't have the reach. I didn't have the influence. I didn't have the impact. And the plane freaking crashed and we died. And that was at a time where I wasn't feeling seen or visible. And I hadn't spoken on stage, and I hadn't had my own events or anything like that. Then I got a Facebook memory. last week. And then that reminded me, then I had a second dream about a year later. And this time I was in the front of the plane and the plane was crashing and I was able to galvanize the people and stand up and help them awaken and, save ourselves on this plane. And that was my dream. And so this just reminds me, like, in your business, especially in this day and age, you can't be a generalist because broad is broke and you're no joke. You have to really specifically heal and transform a really plane is crashing problem that your ideal client knows she actually has. Because here's an example. My client, she had a business called Harmonious Way to Health. She was a health coach. And I was like, that's great. I like it. But a lot of the stuff she was sharing, I could Google it. It was pretty general. I love her. But, a lot of people in the beginning, they're going to be more of a generalist because you're too afraid to claim that space. So I mined her past and really got in there. And what we realized was that she healed herself from acne as holistically. And so she healed herself and she was able to face the world and she was able to heal her acne holistically and not have that embarrassment or shame and, just annoyance with her face. And so I helped her, rise up and get the courage to claim being the acne breakthrough coach. Now let me get a little feedback from you guys. Which one do you think is a better plane is crashing solution? Harmonious Way to Health or Acne Breakthrough Coach? So which one, if you had acne and you were struggling and in the middle of the night and you were about ready to go on a hot date or to a wedding and you had to face the world, which one would you reach out to? Would you reach out for Harmonious Way to Health to solve your problem, or would you reach out to someone who's going to help you specifically with your acne? Yes, the acne for sure, because that is your problem. And as we're shifting, coaching is like a bazillion trillion dollar business at this point. And thank you, Maria. So our coaching industry is booming, which is so amazing because mothers like you and me and, people who want freedom, who don't want to work in a job, who want freedom, who want time freedom, want to have expandable income, want to have time with their families, they're able to now come online and rock out a business and help a lot of people and help heal themselves and transform themselves and also create a profitable, portable, and playful business. And that said, there's so many people out there, so you need to become a specialist. No more can you just be a generalist. And as we see with technology, a lot of the even the medical profession, a lot of generalists are going to be replaced by automation and by robots. I mean, think about and I know I've talked about this before, but it's you can now order all your groceries online and someone will pick it up and you don't even have to go to the grocery store. So the world is shifting, and right now it feels foreign. It doesn't feel real to us, but our kids and the younger kids, I've got cousins that are in their 20s, that's normal to them. That's normal for them to get Uber Eats delivered to their house. And, my cousin lives in California and he said he works for Yelp. He actually had a test drive of a robotic automated car bring him a Yelp's Uber Eats or Yelp's Eats something food. And I'm like, really? So that's going to be real for people. So we have to become specialists. And I mean, even in the Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he talks about specialized knowledge. So this is important. You have to develop a plane is crashing solution that is going to solve a burning problem for people. And if you don't have that, then you're going to be broad as broke and it's not going to help. So and for me, I'm actually niching down more to becoming more of a speaker coach and helping people create profitable live events, workshops, and retreats. And I've been working towards that and really claiming that in 2018. Then I'm going to be helping people create winning talks from A to Z and scale their business through the power of speaking. And before, it was a little bit broader. I was more like a business coach with a little bit of money mindset, right? So now I'm niching down to becoming the queen of speaking, which is hilarious because, I'm not perfect, as we know, and I say and yum and but the thing is, you just have to be yourself and your people will resonate with you. And so keep going. So you got to get that seminar, that signature talk, nail the plane is crashing solution. And then you need to get vulnerable, share your real story. And then here's what you want to do in terms of your talk. You got to have an introduction that creates vulnerability and yet showcases your expertise. You need to organize your bullet points. You got to have some value. Gone are the days of of like, you know, just tell them the what. Don't tell them the how. I got to get some water. Don't tell them the how, just tell them the what. I think you want to provide people the transformation, so that hydrate or die. You want to really let people walk away from your talks and your everything you're sharing so that they literally feel a shift and a transformation, and they're like, oh yeah, that was amazing, I want more. Okay, so really organize those 3 to 5 talking points that really showcase them, and then that also you want to learn how, like what I call activating the gap, to help people understand like how effing bad it is. Because if you have a plane is crashing problem, then they know that they know they've got a problem. If like the acne breakthrough coach, right? Like, let's get real about the pain of having acne and being insecure and having to cover up and wear all this makeup and not even be able to face the world and feel like so embarrassed and ashamed. I'd never actually had acne, so I don't know all those pain points, but get real with people about how bad it is and don't sugarcoat it, okay? That was something that was really hard for me because I like kind of a people pleaser and want everyone to feel good. So I'm like, I don't want to just talk about how good things are. But you're not doing anyone a favor. So when you're activating the gap, you're letting people know how bad it is and then pointing them towards their vision and what they really want, and then showing them one tangible step to get there so that they can get that breakthrough now. And then you want to really seed that you're the expert. Now, I know some of you might think, oh, well, I'm not enough, or other people are better, or, and I really want you to actually write on your mirror. I wrote on my mirrors all over the house. This is so funny. I wrote on my mirrors, I am enough. And, you know, it's so cliche. People are always like, even like everyone talks about, but people have the issue that they don't think they're enough. And it's just like fundamentally an issue. And so funny. I wrote, I am enough on our mirrors. And my little Phoebe said, Mommy, what does that mean? Does that mean we're enough? We're not having any more kids in our family, that our family's enough? Like, as in POW, like we're done? And I'm like, yeah, we're definitely POW, and POW is like Hawaiian for full. So, I am enough. So I want you to just understand that your transformation, your voice, your message is enough, and you need to get out there and speak it and share it with the masses because they need you, they want you, and they can only hear it from you because you have a special sauce and a special medicine that they're waiting for. They don't resonate with so-and-so and so-and-so and there and there and there. They resonate with you. So you also want to really just go ahead and make sure that whatever you are doing in terms of talk, that you're using hot copy that converts, using a hot name that attracts your ideal clients, and it speaks to the specific plane is crashing solution that they want. And then you need to learn, so these are just some components. And then the other thing too that you need to learn, and when you're learning how to do a really good talk, is you need to know how to close or make an offer or an invitation, and make that offer an invitation. First of all, feel like a gift from you, that you are literally giving them a gift, that you feel in your heart and in your heart and soul that you're giving them a gift, and that you're communicating it so it feels like a gift. It rolls off your tongue. It doesn't feel weird or salesy or slimy. You literally are like, yeah, this is from my heart to your heart. And if this is speaking to you, I'd love to support you and on, taking this further. And also when you're speaking for success, please do not wing your outfit. When you're on stage, people are eyeballing you from head to toe. So you want to do the research of the brand colors of who you're speaking, the stage, what color is the pipe and drape? Is the drape all black? Like I had someone come and speak on my stage and she was wearing all black and she had to go and change her outfit because she would have blended in. And also, just really put some effort. Don't wing your outfit. I have to invest a lot of energy into that. I hire a stylist. I have someone do my professional hair and makeup because it's not exactly my strength. And I've gotten better by hiring the stylist because now I know the colors and the cuts and the sizes and the shapes and everything that are good for me. but know what to wear and what not to wear, and also understand your body language. Like I saw a speaker earlier this year or last year, and I've seen a lot of speakers, and their body language is timid and scared and holding back, and one leg's back behind the other leg, and they're crossing their arms, and they're kind of timid. So you want to really have both feet planted for, both feet rooted equally on both feet on the ground and position forward and smiling. That's another thing, is really practice smiling, because I know I have bought a lot of stuff from people who smile. Like, they have a natural smile. I'm going to practice. They have a natural smile, and it makes you want to, you're like, yeah, it feels good. So smiling is a really important secret too. Okay. And then just really practice whatever offer invitation you're making. Practice that over and over and over in the mirror. Memorize it, practice it. If you're asking for an offer, then it's like, it's $10,000, please pass the butter. Would you like ham and cheese with that? It's 10,000, it's 50,000, pass the butter. You want to, and here's a fun story. I remember the very first time I offered a $10,000 package back in, I talked to you guys about that earlier. I practiced. I was doing one of my free calls, and I said, it's $10,000, and I said it without a glitch. And one of the women who was listening to the call, she had a strategy session with me, and she had been a client years before, but she was a client back in the early days when I was trading. And I would be like, oh, I'll just trade you or give it for free or whatever. Pay me over 2 years of post-dated checks. And she was like, Amanda, what has shifted in you? All of a sudden, like, you had no problem. There was no glips. There was no hums or anything when you said how much it was. And it was because I had practiced that and I felt it in my body. So practice. So these are my speaking tips for you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to pop them in here. Just a recap, you got to have a plain as crashing solution that solves a burning problem. You want to go from being that generalist to being a specialist, and you want to be vulnerable, share your seminar story, and position yourself as an expert. Activate the gap, tell them how bad it is, to paint the vision, give them action steps to get to where they want to go, give your best stuff, practice your offer, don't wing your outfit, and write down your intentions to get booked. And if you use these tips, I want to hear how they work for you. I am excited because I actually have put together a new program, and it's called Speak Your Way to Success. I put together a webinar as well. If you want that webinar, it goes deeper into the 5 shifts that you need to scale your business through the power of speaking. If you want to get a link to that webinar, let me know. Just say webinar and I will send it to you. It's really good. I just re-recorded it tonight. And yeah, I'm excited. All is well. Happy 2018. Post your questions in here if you're watching the replay, and get out there and JFDI and speak.